It's your girl Fab. So today is Q&A. We're having Q&A and I'm answering some questions that have been DM'd to me because inquiring minds want to know. So here we go. Based off of my last two episodes, one being that I was married for 9 years and never been in a marriage, and why do married men cheat? So, okay. Have I ever cheated or been accused of cheating? No, I have never cheated. Like I said in my last episode, if I tell you at 8 a.m. that this relationship is over for me, it's not serving me, this is not working out between us, what I do at 8 p.m., that's my business. You call it whatever you want to call it. I feel like once I tell you that it's over, it's over. So, and I try to move on. Not that I move on quickly or I move on from situations quickly, but I know that I've dealt with it. So, like, if being in a relationship, I'm telling you I'm not happy, I'm giving you cues, I'm letting you know that this isn't working out for me. Once I say it's over, it's over. And then I move on. But for some people, you moving on too quickly, it means you already had someone or whatever the case may be. Point is, before I move on to someone else, I always let that person know that it's over between us. No, take it how you want. So no, I've never cheated. Have I ever been accused of cheating? Oh yeah, of course. But like I said, because I move on, and they might not like how quickly I've moved on, so whatever. Oh man, I knew someone's gonna ask this question. Have I ever been approached by a married man or someone in a relationship? Yes and yes. Yes and yes. Yes and yes. And I always ask the same thing. Well, why are you here? Why are you here? Like, why don't you just tell that person? And like I said, just like in my video, the reasons why they don't, But for me, like I said, I just see it as a weakness. Because men, to me, should be in control of their situations. They should be masculine. They should be able to handle that. And if you're not handling the situations in your life, I don't really respect you as a man. So, yeah. But I do get approached. Not often. Not by married men often. Few here and there, but definitely guys who are in a situationships, or I'm dating, whatever. I remove myself. I'm not gonna be added to anyone's roster. And I don't entertain married men because I've seen firsthand how those situations have ruined people in my family, and therefore I don't entertain it at all. I don't want to entertain it. I don't want to. We all find ourselves in situations, right? We put ourselves in situationships, but at the end, that man is never going to leave his wife. He is never going to leave his wife. I do believe that men will stay in a toxic situation forever. So if you think that he's going to leave because of you, you're wrong. Do I date younger guys? I swear, you guys. I used to put a cap on the age, and the way outside is going, I think the frontal lobes, they're like fully developed at 25. Kidding, not kidding. Like Some people ask me how I feel about this whole Drea thing, and I mean, listen, Drea, girl, do you? But this is how I really feel, for real, for real. Because I feel like in Hollywood, there are arrangements. You know what I'm saying? There are arrangements. There's money on the table. There are arrangements. I, I mean, what celebrities do, I don't really pay too much attention to because, like, what part of it is real, you know? But would I sit here at 44 and birth a child for someone that young? I don't know. I don't know. What is he bringing to the table? Aha. Aha. But I don't know. You know, what I do know at this age, relationships are very transactional. Very transactional. It's very, what can I do for you? What can you do for me? And that's it. That love fantasy, oh my God, for me at least, it's like, I feel like that's a after the fact thing. I think what will come first will be, what can I do for you and what can you do for me? And then we fall in love in the process of it all, then we fall in love. Yeah. So I mean, Drea, do your thing. She's bad. She's still bad. Come on. Whatever. I think, like, okay, yes, if my son was 20 something, right? And someone 20 something tried to talk to me, I feel a type of way because you could be my son's age. But my son's 10. He's 10. Um he's 10. um would you ever get back with an ex? No. Um my motto is, anything that I've had to heal myself from, I'm never going back. Yeah, anything I had to heal myself from, I'm I'm, I'm not going back to that because you're gonna undo everything. That's self-explanatory. Um, but when you think about it, right? Once you've healed yourself, are you even the same person that that person met when you got together? No. So to me, it would never work. So I don't go back, spin the block, or whatever you call it. Um, you know, there's some things you might feel like, oh, I never really gave it a real chance. Then maybe you can explore, but very quickly you realize, like, oh yeah, this is why I left in the first place. So once you realize that, you're good. Um, what do you think about girlfriends? What do you think about being called a girlfriend at this age? Oh, yeah, the girlfriend status doesn't work for me. I'm intentionally dating for marriage. So meaning if I meet someone, the end goal is to get married. I don't see the value in being a girlfriend. What I don't see the value in it, right? We're not married, so no, you shouldn't pay my bills, you shouldn't support me financially. We're not married, so I shouldn't be satisfying you sexually or emotionally. So what are we doing? There's no in between. Like, I even in my culture, like, what is this? There's no in between. Like, you get married or you're not. So yeah. And something to mention about that is, I know I sound Americanized. I look, dress, act Americanized. But I am a Haitian woman and I was raised with Haitian values. We are not the same. What I mean by that is, literally, I think a lot of relationship issues that are happening right now are cultural. They're cultural. A lot of these podcasts and all these conversations, like, they're cultural issues Because in my culture, we don't have issues like that per se, right? It's not as rampant because everyone knows their roles. Everyone knows who they are. And when they come into a marriage, what they bring to the table. Men are masculine, women are feminine, expected, and so on and so forth. Like, does it vary? Yes, things vary, you know? They vary. But at the core, we know what a marriage is and what it should look like. So I think it's a lot in American culture where these deviations happen and all these issues, stem from. So just thought I'd put it out there. Um, if you were to never get married again, would you be okay? Yeah. Yes. Yes. Because I feel like, not that I've arrived, but I feel like the things that I wanted to accomplish through a marriage, was it Shakespeare that said it's better to have loved and failed than to have never loved at all? I think that I was in love. I did experience marriage. I did have children. So I feel a part of me feels fulfilled. And whew, it's kind of scary. I do finally understand what Apostle Paul said, that it's better to remain not married than to be married. Why I say that is because I am thoroughly enjoying my singlehood. I'm thoroughly enjoying my singlehood. I wake up, I do my business, I make breakfast for my kids, I pack their lunches, I send them off to school. I'm happy with my home, where I live, what I do. I'm happy with my life and myself. I'm happy with me. It would be phenomenal to share that world with someone. Amazing. It'd be phenomenal to share the world that I've created for myself with someone else. It'd be perfect. However, if that person were to never come along, I'm okay. I'm okay. Because marriage, like I said, marriage to me is warfare. Marriage is really, sometimes when I think about it, like when you're just trying to be on the same page with some, like it's not easy to do that. People have emotions and it's so weird. Like, no offense, guys, but you guys are so emotional these days. Like, how are you emotional? I can't even be emotional. Can I be soft? Can I be a woman? But anyway, and some women are just so masculine, want to take over. Whew, I mean, relationships sometimes they just seem hard. But sharing your world with someone, I get it. But answer the question: if I was to remain single for the rest of my life, I would be okay. Do I want to? No, because I like to have someone to wake up to call, to annoy. Hey babe, what are you doing? Like, I would like that. But man, I'm okay. Because I also don't want anyone getting on my nerves. But yeah, I'd be okay. I'd be okay. What is your ideal person? My ideal person is me. Okay, I would love to marry a me, the male version of me. So what does that mean? So I have a list. I don't care what people say about lists. Habakkuk says, make a plan, make it plain. So you can believe in not having a list if you don't want to, but I have a list and I look at it every day. And so in this list, I detail head to toe the kind of person I would want to be with, looks, everything. And then I shift it and then I ask myself, am I the person that person would want to be with? So yeah, I'd want to date a me, be with a me. And what I mean by that is my ideal person is a person that has a 1% mindset. a disciplined mindset, a think outside of the box mindset, a mature mindset, um, but just someone who's on a different level, someone whose thought process is just unmatched. Their way of reasoning is just unparalleled. Um, Someone I find intriguing, someone I find smart, someone I find educated, someone I find very spiritual, very, very spiritual, can understand spiritual things. Um, yeah, like a lot of this trivial stuff doesn't interest me. It just doesn't. I think I said that on my last segment about it being a sapiosexual. Like, there's just a lot of things that's just like, okay, the sky is blue, the sun is yellow. Okay. um, so my ideal person is someone who thinks like me. We have similar lifestyles. We are around about the same age, at least in mentality, and we want to live the rest of our lives growing and sharing with one another, leaving a legacy. I'm really big on legacy right now. I'm really, really big on legacy. So someone who wants to leave a legacy behind, not someone who wants to wake up every day and just get by, just be alive, but someone who wants to live, who really wants to live, who's kind and likes people, still believes in the goodness and kindness in this world. So yeah, I'd like to marry a me, and I'm okay waiting. Because we will cross paths. I promise you, before the year is over. We will cross paths. Oh, how are you so sure? How are you so? Because I said it. Because I believe it. So if I believe it and I say it, it has to happen. Period. That's how I live my life. So wait on it. But yeah, we'll be on the same wavelength, you know. And that's it. I think that's all I'm sharing today. These other questions I'll just answer personally and directly. There's some things I don't feel I need to share with the world. Um, but thanks always for tuning in. And remember, my episode for this Friday is grief and healing. Because there's a lot of things that we experience that brings really deep sorrow that we need help unpacking. So hopefully we can talk about that a little bit. Well, thank you guys. Love you.